This is a transcendent group, perhaps as star-studded and accomplished a class as ever been enshrined in the Hall of Fame. So let's meet the 2020 class, and it is headlined by the great Kobe Bryant. There are numbers and plenty of them. The 81-point game, the 60-point game in its finale, 5-time champ, 18-time All-Star, and it doesn't scratch the surface of his impact. Mamba in the Hall of Fame. Joining Bryant is Tim Duncan, also a 5-time champion, 2-time MVP, and 3-time Finals MVP. He brought it every time he took the floor. One of 3 players with 1,000 regular season wins. Kevin Garnett punches his big ticket to the Hall of Fame straight out of high school to NBA stardom. One of 3 players with 25,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 5,000 assists. NBA championship, Olympic gold. TAMIKA Catchings, also an NCAA champion and WNBA champion with the Indiana Fever. 12 times all WNBA, 4 times an Olympic gold medalist, and the first Tennessee Lady Vol player to make it to the Hall of Fame. Here is the rest of the class in the Hall of Fame, including Patrick Baumann, who was the Secretary General of FIBA prior to his passing. Kim Mulkey, a 3-time national champion, a distinction doing something no other person has ever done, that we'll tell you about shortly. Barbara Stevens, a 5-time Division II National Coach of the Year. Eddie Sutton won more than 800 games, the first to lead 4 different schools to the NCAA tournament. Others have done it since, but Eddie Sutton was the first, and he is a Hall of Famer, as is Rudy Tomjanovich, who led the Rockets to back-to-back titles, 94 and 95, also Olympic success in a 34-year career with the Houston Rockets. Jay Bilas joins us now, and Jay, this class headlined by Kobe, Duncan, and Garnett, guys who were in their prime together 14 times. They made the All-Star team at the same time. They had 48 All-NBA appearances. This class is as accomplished as any in recent memory, if not any class ever.
Yeah, it's really extraordinary, Rece. It's a fantastic class start to finish. But when you look at the headliners of Kobe, Duncan, and Garnett, I think you would be hard-pressed to find a better, more accomplished trio, especially when you combine offense and defense. They played at both ends of the floor, and those 3 players combined for 39 All-NBA defensive team appearances. And, you know, Kobe Bryant, an iconic player globally, but you add in, he had 5 championships for Tim Duncan, a championship for Kevin Garnett. All 3 were NBA MVP regular season and MVP of the NBA Finals. Just an extraordinary headlining trio. And you'd have to go to Michael Jordan, John Stockton, David Robinson to try to compare it, or maybe Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, Jerry Lucas. But I think this trio at both ends of the floor is perhaps the best ever inducted together in the Hall of Fame.
Jay, you've been intimately involved with the Hall of Fame over the years, and all of these people have so many great accomplishments. From your experience, how does being a member of the Hall of Fame, for most of the people that you've watched have this happen to, how does it impact them when they've already accomplished so much?
Rece, it is one of those things that you cannot describe. It is the highest honor that this game can bestow. And the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, I think, does such an extraordinary job of honoring the game's greats. And sometimes it's not enough to be great. You have to be the greatest of the great to gain induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. And I think you've done this so many times over the years when you ask the inductees, when you got the call, what was it like, and the emotion that they express over it, and it's hard for people to even keep their composure. And I'm especially happy for this class, happy for all of them, but especially happy for Eddie Sutton to go into the Hall of Fame, and also for Rudy Tomjanovich. Rudy Tomjanovich, you look at his career, it mirrors the career of Chuck Daly exactly. So extraordinarily pleased for every member of this class, but a special shout out for Eddie Sutton and Rudy T.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.